Rabotai, we're going to speak a little bit about the war with Iran. And the reason why I'm saying, somebody asked me, says, what's your thoughts about it? I want to tell you something. What's my thoughts about it? I'll tell you the thoughts. The thoughts are, first thing you have to know, that there's a Ya'abetz that speaks and says that wherever we are, you have to understand, one of the biggest miracles that exists in the world. What's the biggest miracle that exists in the world? Anybody can tell me?
Us. Hashem.
Us. Of course, Hashem's not a miracle. He's Hashem. He's not a miracle. The fact that we exist is a miracle. Why? Because the Yavetz writes, if you look, every time you see, time and time again, generation to generation, generation to generation, what? There's always people that want to mess with us, with us, and guess what? They don't learn their lesson, because it's impossible that the world can exist without the Jewish people. And this is an open pasuk, and I'll read it to you. Can I read it to you? An open pasuk that you should know. It's without the Jewish people, the world cannot exist. Where is it? Beferush. It says like this. It's in Mesechet Ta'anit, and it's a pasuk that's written, and I'll read it to you. It says, Ki ka'arba rukot hashamayim parasti etchem neum Hashem. What does that mean? I spread Bnei Yisrael out in the world like 4 winds. The Gemara says, what does that mean? Like you spread Bnei Yisrael out like 4 winds? What does that mean, like 4 winds? You spread Bnei Yisrael to the 4 winds. What does it mean, like the 4 winds? And the Gemara says like this, and I would like to read it to you. Gemara says, Hakika Amar, this is what Hashem says, Le'Yisrael. What? He says, Keshem she'i efshar le'olam belo ruchot, which means the world can't exist without wind. Without wind, physically, it'll be too humid, and the world cannot exist. So too, just like there's winds, there's a south wind, there's a north wind, there's a west wind, there's a east wind. So too, the world cannot exist without the Jews being spread out all around the world. And that's what it open says. Just like the world cannot exist without wind, therefore the world can't exist without the Jewish people. And therefore, if you look around, any single time, wherever we were, if we're persecuted, it's just detrimental to the people who are persecuting us. What are you doing? You're just shooting yourself in the foot. You're messing yourself around. What are you doing? What are you thinking? And therefore, you should just know the Jews will always be around. That's an existing miracle. It's a fact. It's impossible. There's being threats from Iran all day long. Oh, we have a nuke. We'll knock out Israel. We'll knock out Israel. We'll knock out Israel. It's impossible. The world can't exist without Israel. It cannot exist. Like it says, without any sense. It says, Hashem spread us around the world. Why is He spreading us around the world? He's spreading us around the world because without the Jewish people, the world cannot exist. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a physical fact. Go look wherever the Jews went. Did we harm anybody? We harmed nobody. Even now, what we're trying to do? We're trying to block a nuclear bomb. That's all we're trying to do. There's. By the way, if you haven't in any other country, think about it. How many missiles were shot in Israel? And to civilians, to people, citizens, they did no harm. Think about it. If it was in any other country, millions of people would have died. Baruch Hashem, Hashem is saving us. Through Shaliach, you have the Iron Dome. It's all Hashem, though. Don't think it's not Hashem. It's all Hashem. What's the Iron Dome? You can explain me the Iron Dome? It's all, you have to believe 100%. It's all HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One guy over here wants to explain to me. He comes up, Rabbi, I'll explain to you after the class the Iron Dome. He can't explain the Iron Dome. What does it mean? It goes like this and it goes like that. You know how hard it is? What's the Iron Dome? What is it? The answer is HaKadosh Baruch Hu is making sure every missile does not hit. He's making sure. He's the one that's making sure. Protection. If it was any other country, millions of people would have died. Millions of people. But Baruch Hashem, Hashem Shomer Yisrael. Adonai Shomrecha, Adonai Tzlecha Yidemnecha. Hashem is always Shomer Yisrael. And therefore, people should understand that, and people should know that. People should understand it's impossible. The Jewish people will exist forever and ever and ever. If the second the Jewish people is not existing, then the world doesn't exist. There's an open pasuk. You can look it up. I just quoted to you. And that's why God spreads us around. So I need all the Jews to spread around. Well, one day all Israel will come back, and to Mashiach will come back. Everybody, and therefore, Rabotai, you have to understand, Hashem's always protecting us. And there's another thing I'd like to discuss, and that is a person sent me a picture that he's in the shelter, and him in the shelter he is sitting down and he is learning. So this is the picture. He's learning the Gemara, and there's another guy that's sitting in the shelter right near him on the side, sitting down, not religious at all, t-shirt, this, that, nothing with that, I don't know what it was, and they're sitting together right next to each other. Hashem put everybody ba'achdut. You have to understand, what is the beracha of Hashem? What is the beracha of Hashem? The beracha of Hashem is shalom. How do I know that? The pasuk says, and it's a Mesechet Megillah, Daf Yud Chet. It says over there, what's the beracha of Hashem? The beracha is shalom. Like it says, Adonai oz la'amo yiten, Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. Hashem blessed the Bnei Yisrael b'shalom. Hashem wants shalom. Hashem wants peace. Hashem wants achdut. We cannot judge people. Right? We cannot judge people, and we can't look at, oh, this guy's wearing this kippah, he's this wearing that kippah. It doesn't work with the kippahs. Everybody's doing something. What are they doing? They're all serving God. They're all serving the same Hashem. And everybody has different ways. This is Chabad, this is Litvak, this is Hasidish, this is Syrian, this is whatever it is. And that's why, Rabotai, the Kohanim, I said this to you before, Eddie is a Kohen. How many, if you look, I said this, how many joints do you have on your finger? On your hand? The Kohanim bless you with your hand. Katash, how many joints do you have on your finger? 14. 14. Look, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 2. Your thumb is 2, the rest is 3. Look, bend it, it's 3. How many is that? 14. How is that like the beracha of the Birkat Kohanim? I'll tell you why. Because the palm is the 15th. It's like the 15th joint. It joins everything together. So what does that mean? If you count the berachot of the Birkat Kohanim, it's Yevarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Adonai panav v'lecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav v'lecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom is the 15th. It says, you want all the berachot? Hashem will give it to you. But make sure you have the shalom, make sure you have the peace, make sure you hold the palm, make sure you hold the barakah. And what's that holding the barakah? The holding barakah is that a person in life, he has to understand, every Jew is serving Hashem. And if you're serving Hashem, then we love you. It doesn't make a difference what yarmulke you're wearing. You're wearing this type of yarmulke, that type of yarmulke, this type of yarmulke. It matters, one thing matters. And what does that matter? It matters that you're serving Hashem. That's what matters. That's what matters. And therefore, we're not judging anybody with this yarmulke. Oh, he's wearing this type of yarmulke. He looks down on him. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you, crazy? He's a Jew. He's serving Hashem. Look, what does Hashem do? He makes all the yarmulkes come in the same shelter. Go look. Every single yarmulke is in the same shelter. You have Chabad, you have Nachman Mibreslov, you have Litvak, you have Ashkenaz, you have Chasida, you have everything. All in one shelter. Hashem says, look, I'm making all b'shalom. Okay, Rabotai, remember that lesson. And Bezrat Hashem, right, come on.